So it's Tuesday, which means the new tracks, so no one else will have spent much time on the circuit with this particular car this season. Which is handy, because I haven't had time to get in any practice whatsoever. That was literally my first laps. So it's going to be interesting. I suspect I'm going to get quicker as the session goes on. I certainly hope so. And I suspect I will be revisiting this circuit this week. But as always, it's nice to get on a Tuesday, see if I can get a good result while other people are still learning. But also, just get some kind of idea of what a good time is. Ooh, looking at entry list, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us in the V-dubs. So that's good, because it'll be fulfilled. The bad news is that I recognise some of those names as being some quite quick people. I think Mar Espen I've raced with before and was quite quick. And Carl Vetters actually beat me last night in this series during the 1 hour races that were running last week at Watkins Glen. Let's try and see if I can get round the outside. Yep, I'm going to need to do that later. So I streamed one of those races last Tuesday. I can't remember if I streamed. I think I streamed one last Thursday as well. Because it was a 1 hour session around, as I say, Watkins Glen, not the boot section of the circuit. But they were really good races in terms of strategy and pit stops and having to concentrate for a full hour. But they weren't the most exciting to put onto YouTube, etc. So this one's back to 25 minutes, so we shouldn't have to worry about tyres or fuel. This is much more of just get round the track as quickly as possible whilst not getting hit by Mustangs and not hitting MX-5s and Solstices. So yeah, it's going to be interesting because I'm trying to think where I raced Mar. It might have been the Charlotte Roval, possibly? I can't remember now. But it'll be interesting to see if both of those guys are just that much quicker than me at the start, or whether actually it's more because they're just finding more time to practice and improve over the course of a week, and by the time I'm racing them, they've got the hang of it. So I know there's going to be a lot more time to find here, so the main thing for me is getting away with whoever the fastest people are in the V-dubs. And just try to stick with them for the first few laps to get a feel for it. That's the plan. It will probably go horrendously wrong. But at least I've got a plan for a change. Oh god. However, mucking up the first corner is not going to help. I think I need to definitely take a slightly later entry into these corners than I'm used to from the MX-5. Well, I'm going to get a time in, so that's a start. Oh, and a bit of slow down as well, just to make my life easier. Oh, that's wide. Oh, got off track. I thought I made it. Turns out I hadn't. Well, so that means my qualifying time is absolutely shocking. So that's handy. I'm way off everyone else, but I'm going to keep lapping for a little bit. And hopefully figure out how to pick up a bit of time before the race starts. Oh, that's interesting. You don't need to lift off entirely around there. Just ease up a little bit on the accelerator and away you go. This should be a bit more respectable. I don't know where all the suddenly really fast VW guys have come from. They're all planning to be away from their PCs the rest of the week, or they're just all excited to race. I know it seemed like there were a lot less people last week. So I don't know whether that was because it was an hour race, just people couldn't fit it in, or... There was still a lot more for this than there were for the Fanatec series with the similarly front-wheel drive Kia. Because in that, there were hardly anyone racing, because that was at Phillip Island. I can only presume not that many people on the track. Which is a shame, because it's a fantastic circuit. Anywho. Stop hitting the curb, you wally. Okay, I do need to still brake there. There, not so much. I'm almost at the 57s with my optimal time. So, that's not so bad. So it looks like we're actually the fastest. The Mustangs are all struggling. So hopefully the Mustangs and the MX-5s will all have a scrap. I mean, my qualifying time is way off. But if I can stick with Carl and Mar, that'll be good. I don't even know if it's a standing start or not, so that'll be interesting. I'm presuming it probably will be. I don't think we're going to do a pace lap. Right, engine has started. The good thing is, even if you qualify last in this particular series... Oop, didn't want to click that. Just minimise the window before a race. Yeah, even if you qualify last, in multi-class races like this, absolutely anything can happen. So it's always worth giving it a good go, because you never know when, you know, someone in front could have an incident. and you can pick up a place or two. So it's going to be interesting. There isn't an outlap, so that will be interesting. Here we go. Someone jumped the start already. Someone's sideways. All sorts of chaos. Don't really want to be on the outside here. I haven't really got much choice. Give me some room, yes. Oh, God. I don't really want to be stuck behind you, Mr. MX-5. Especially if you're going to go wide, you... Oh, God. Oh. Well, there wasn't much I could do about that. So I've got a 4X due to a flying Mustang. Oh, where's Mark going? Oh, for... There's no point in trying to get past me, Mr. MX-5, because I'm going to pull away from you once I get back up to speed. Hopefully. Depending on how much damage I've got. And you're going to crash anyway. Okay. Well, that's gone well. 8x. Because twice people crashed in front of me. Right, now I just need some laps where nothing happens to try and see if I can actually close up on the car in front, which is unlikely, but also to try and make it through to the end of this race without getting disqualified. I really want to build up some pace away from those MX-5s. But one of them's actually catching me. I don't know if I'm down on speed now. Definitely doesn't feel quite as healthy as it should. It's acceleration. I think my engine might have had a bit of a clattering. Because I'm definitely not having to brake for corners that I would normally have to. Like, lifting off appears to be enough now. But Solstice is not looking out for cars behind. So I've got 12.9 mile. I mean, if I've got damage, I can either pit and get it repaired, or keep going, and hope that I'm not so slow that I get caught. And also try not to hit Aaron here, who's handily towing me around the circuit. Come on, stand the truck. Yeah, I'm pretty much flat through there now. Oh god, please don't come back on the track. Well, I think at this point all I can do is just get round, because I'm still doing 59s, so if I keep going, we've got 16 minutes left. It's probably not worth pitting, because I'm not going to be able to pull enough back on the faster guys anyway. Would you please get out of the way? There we go. So if I pit and come out, I'm not going to make that time up by having a faster car, so I'm better off just trying to salvage whatever I can with the car I've got, I think. That's the plan. It's a bit annoying that Aaron's managed to get over a second away, because I'm not going to get the tow now. Never mind. Why is there a yellow flag? Oh, please don't come back on the track. There you go. Okay. Oh no! Can't do that every lap. My safety rating is going to take a pummeling. But you can see how Aaron in his MX-5, I mean, they do accelerate more quickly, but he's just gapping me every time there's a straight. By much more than you'd expect. And then in the corners, I can close him up again, and then as soon as we get on a straight, he's gone. So, I would say my car has been hampered somewhat. But never mind. All we can do is keep going. Try and drive the modified VW as fast as we can and see what result we can get. I'm starting to get the corners right anyway with my speed limited car. Ooh, he says getting it wrong. Doesn't matter if Carl catches me because he's a lap down. Okay, which way is the solstice going to go? I want to get past him before that sweeping bend if possible. I'm not going to, because I have the acceleration of a snail. Which side are you going? Come on. That was messy. I didn't really have much other option. Like Yuchen Zhang. I definitely didn't want to hit him. Ooh, Mars disconnected. That's one less car to worry about. No, don't hit that curb. Silly boy. Aaron's definitely pulled away now. I've got 6 seconds over Carl, who I know from the Watkins Glen race is quick and consistent, because my best laps at Watkins Glen, I was keeping up with him, or maybe make up 100th, but no more than that, and that only lasted when I did my best laps. As soon as I dropped it all, he pulled away. Right, so we got some dueling solstices, even though one of them's in 5th and one's in 1st. Managed to get one of them, and the other's going to get right in my way. Oh, we made it. Sadly, 3rd place has actually pulled away now. I think it was getting held up a couple of laps ago by some back markers. Probably ones I've just gone past. Oh, that's way too wide. Rubbish. Aaron's now 4 seconds ahead. We have 7 minutes left, so 5 or 6 laps. Don't know what happened to the Mustangs. I haven't seen one for a while. I really don't know where the hook... get off the grass. 5th or 6th there. There's an MX-5 coming up fast. Definitely dropped some time there because Cole's closed up as well. The fact he's in blue means he's been lapped, so yeah, I don't need to worry if he gets past. It's more just to gauge my pace. Stop hitting that inside curb. I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Car was definitely going to come past in a minute. Only a couple of laps remaining. I don't even care about fighting because he's not going to beat me. So now we've got a Mustang up behind as well. Oh god. Oh god. Oh! I'm not impressed with a second of those Mustangs. Didn't even try and get around without hitting people. Just pushed his way through. Ooh. I mean, there's not really a lot you can do to get out of the way on this track, but you know, if I know a Mustang's coming, I'm not going to try and sit in his way for the sake of it, because I know he's going to be way quicker. And at this stage of the race, I just want to try and finish without getting any more blooming incident points. I really don't want to look at the results and see what's happened to my safety rating. I work so hard to try and keep a good safety rating and drive cleanly. Anywho, right, let's get off the track. So, I think this will be one where the replay is well worth watching. Somehow. So let's get it back in time. Right. No. Are we going? Right. There we go. So one Mustang punted another Mustang and then hit another car. Who was that? Jan Erik Pastrali. Pastrala? Oh, Pietrala. Let's just... So we had Jordan Boscher and Michael Coulter. Ooh. I can't even replay properly now. There we go. Now I think that was Mar Espen, probably caught in the middle. Was it River Hayes? That's River Hayes. Car number 3, Henry Morse. There's me. And the bright orange one. There's Mustang still turning round. So a good start there. Mustang takes out another 1, 2, 3. Nope. Don't want to do that. I wanted to try and find... where was that white Mustang? So white Mustang got taken out, let's see. Moved out the side. Slams on the brakes. Gets hit by one spinning Mustang. Gets hit by another spinning Mustang. Powers back off the grass, hits another MX-5 and a Solstice, and another Solstice, and another Mustang. And I think something else as well. Dear oh dear. So then we get going. Look at the state of them. I survived all of that. I was doing quite well. Here's me, dicing with an MX-5, coming over a hill, nice and... oh my god. I was saying, my car actually does look relatively unscathed. That MX-5 does not... oh god, get off the track if you're that bad. Like, if you're that badly damaged. Like, I get that people want to hobble back to their pits in a heroic motorsport story, but you can realise within a couple of seconds if it's badly damaged, but you can at least stay out of the way, or badly damaged in a disaster. Right, so that was the next one. That was Mar and whoever else he hit. I don't know whether I'm a bit to blame there. So he was going up the inside and turned him, and then I just punted everyone. So that was Mar Espen and Daniel Hughes. So, where are we? Rear chase. Nope. Far chase. That's the one I wanted. Because the trouble is, it's really hard to change your line mid-corner in a front-wheel drive car like that without spinning. So like here, I'm thinking he's going to the right, he's going to go to the left, jobs are good 'un. He didn't go to the right as fast as I thought. And also, the car on the inside wasn't moving that way as fast as I thought, at which point I'm kind of stuck. As you can see. Anywho, MX-5 scares another MX-5 onto the grass, and then hits him up the back, and then slides out. Doesn't hit the wall at least. That would be me going around a corner. A Solstice driving around the grass for no reason. Ah, this would be the reason. Curb. Please don't do what I... Yes. We could all see it coming. Is he going to lose it? No. Good line. Oh, VW revenge on Mustang. Mustang stuck in a wall. VW on Solstice action. Ah, that was just about unfortunate. Poor Solstice. Didn't do much wrong there. Could have possibly given slightly more room, but not a lot. Oh, that's just stupid. Like, it's a bit unfair. Only one of them suffered that because they were both just not giving enough room. That was behind me. Was that Carl when he was catching me? It shows how tricky this track is because I did 2 races at Watkins Glen. Didn't hit anyone. Cole didn't. I know that in the race I had with him. You know, getting 1 incident or 1x or 2x was quite a worrying thing. Oh, there was never going to be a gap there. Oh, the state of the back of that MX-5. It's just a Mustang randomly driving across the grass into the wall. MX-5 VW, what's going to happen? Oh, nothing. Oh, not a lot. It's going to be a VW on the grass. Oh, Mustang and Solstice, this is not going well, surely. A bit of netcode. Solstice saved it though, fair play, I think. Solstice. Oh, that's me. Did I? Okay. That's good. I got through cleanly there. It's never good when you unexpectedly see yourself in the crash replays. Going off on the grass. Another trip onto the grass. Yep. I'm guessing this will be more of the same. Oh, here we go. Right, so I'm trying to move that way with the Mustang. I get tagged by... Right. So this one's worth actually having a look at. Just to try and work out what I should and could have done. So... where's the chopper? Get to the chopper. So we have a Solstice, an MX-5, Carl's VW, my VW, and then 2 Mustangs. So this is the bit that kind of threw me, because I knew the Mustang was coming. And he was probably close enough to have a look there, but not quite. So I knew he was going to go on the next straight. So I'm thinking, get onto the straight as quickly as possible. and then we'll be fine, because we'll be able to follow whichever side the MX-5s are on, because we're not that much speed difference. Jobs are good. However, Carl decided to go really tight, which is fair enough, but he slowed down so much. Why on earth did he? So he's coming across. He almost stopped. So obviously I had to go wide to try and get round him and not hit him. And then I've got him on the right, the Mustang trying to get past on the left, I'm in the middle, he comes across slightly. Not by much, but if you look at it from this angle, he didn't follow the curve of the road there, as far as I can see. And he did a bit. I think I probably came across more on him, but he hugged the last corner, didn't hug that one. Don't know, it's really hard to know what else I could have done. I mean, I could have tried to back off, and often I would, because I mean, I wasn't fighting for a position. He had been lapped after an incident at the start. You know, it doesn't really matter. But the trouble is, when you're there, I can't back off because I've got a Mustang. I can't go to the right because Carl was there. I've got an MX-5 that I don't know what's going to happen with. Presumably he's going to carry on out the way, but I don't know for definite. So I'm trying to move over there. At that point, I was hoping the Mustang would go straight down there. Carl would hopefully hug the right-hand line. Right-hand line? Yeah. And I'd be able to find some way of staying in the middle until that Mustang's gone past and then get out for the next one. I mean, I don't know why that second Mustang decided to hit me just for good measure, because he's got all of that to play in. And instead he just takes out my rear three quarters. Because, you know, why not? Anywho, so that was most of my incidents, I think, now, thankfully. That appears to be a Mustang winning, yes. And that was it. So, thank God, that is over. For 10 minutes if I want to do the next one. Now I need to bring up the capture window. Why is this not showing? Because I clicked the wrong button. There we go. We're there. And that, unbelievably, was the top split. Dear God. Strength of field, 1,752. So, the race overall was won by Willem Stresek in a Mustang. Best lap time of 56.914, which is very, very good, considering all of the other Mustangs. I think I saw him come past me a couple of times, possibly. River Hayes won the Jetta race. We have 57.3 best lap, which is fast. That's way better than I can do at the moment, so I've got some practice to do. Then Henry Morse, recovering from that start line kerfuffle. G. Griffin won the MX-5 Cup category with 57.9, so it's got to be 57s from now on. Amar Sala, 4th in the Jettas. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, no, 3rd in the Jettas. Maths, brain problem. Again, in the 57s. Then there was Aaron, I was getting towed along by very kindly for a bit, which definitely helped me. He had a best of 58.5. Then we had Edward Stavey, a 59. Then we had Muggins with 13 incidents and a loss of 0.51 safety rating, which I'm not very pleased about. Best lap of 59.195. I know I'm not as quick as the fastest guys, but I would have expected to at least get mid to low 58s as my fastest laps. So I can only think the damage really knackered my top speed, because I wasn't having to brake at all for most of the corners. was barely lifting. Then we had Marco, Kenneth, Charles and Stephen in the MX-5s. And we had Michael Coulter finished in the Mustang, and Anthony Prodan finished in the Mustang, after being caught up in the massive carnage at the start. Then we had Carl, Solstice, Daniel Hughes. Did he make it to the end? Jake Sanak, Ole Fontana, and the last runner was Dan Fraser in that MX-5 that looked like it had been dropped off a cliff repeatedly. People who didn't make it: Jan-Erik Pietralo with 17 incidents, disqualified. Oh, Nick Yazabowski actually was running, but he was 19 laps down, so he had his engine running in the pits. Mar Espen, disqualified, 17 incidents. Jordan Boscher, 11 incidents, and Ryan Sweeney with 8. Those guys obviously just thought they'd had enough. Mar and Jan-Erik managed to get themselves kicked out. Good work, chaps. Biggest loss of safety rating. So, this is the kind of thing that I need to learn more about how iRacing does this, because it doesn't quite make sense to me. Mile got minus 28, 0.28 safety rating loss on a C license. Jan-Erik got minus 0.34 on a C license. They both got 17 incidents. I got 13 incidents and lost half a point. Henry and River got 2 and 1 less incident point than me. Less than half of what I got. And they're on a B license. I mean, Charles Girard was slightly higher license rating than me coming into this. He got 12 incident points and actually got more of a safety rating drop than I did. It's like there's obviously an exponential curve as you got the licenses. You know, if you have an incident on an A license, you're going to get penalised more than if you have an incident on a D license. That's perfectly fine, makes sense. You know, by the time you're on an A license, you should know what you're doing. You should be relatively safe. You know, and you've got something to lose. Whereas on a D license, you're starting out. You know, the occasional bit of rubbing is going to happen. But it seems like it goes up quite a lot for A. And the trouble is, if you're all in an A-class lobby, or a split, with all A-class drivers, you're all risking the same amount. If you're in a lobby where someone is on a D license with an I rating of 864 or 709 in a top split, compared to someone on an I rating of 4000, it's quite a difference. And that was the top split. I tried to think, right, so the bottom split has a strength of field of 685. It'll be all MX-5s. Where's the instance there? So they still have people on 17 and 18 incidents. But they only had 1, 2, 3, 4 B-class guys in it. Have a quick look at the second lobby down. Yeah, the second lobby had, what, 1, 2, 3 A-class guys in. But it shows how tricky it is. I mean, that one didn't have anyone disqualified, so the second split actually managed to make it through with people make it through race cleanly. But still, high number of incidents. And the trouble is now, like, I've lost so much safety rating. I want to do another race. Ah, hello Joriel. How are you? Greetings and salutations. So I'd like to do another race, but I don't want to lose another half of the safety rating, ideally. That would be bad. So it's a bit of a gamble. Screw it. I'm going to do it. I just can't afford to lose as much safety rating in this one.